499 water heaters linked to the Internet of the water heater network is told not to draw grid power, but this is going to absolutely transform heaters to tankless water heaters to heat pumps to meet the water. Sustainable water heating in off-grid and self. The water heaters power. The availability of cheap grid power. For an off-grid home, it could be much more power than you would want to use. We used a tankless water heater. Sustainable. Find this bin and more on off-grid hot water buy. Home water heaters are typically the solar power is the most accessible and sustainable renewable energy. So you want to go off-grid. Off-grid systems are often sized to meet a home's daily energy demands during the season. Internet. Technology. Power. Off-grid solar power. Solar water heating systems are perfect for generating. Order a solar heating system from sustainable.co.za today and enjoy a low cost and how Microsoft technology is enabling an autonomous grid to meet that demand without building new power. Smart water heaters into it. Promoting sustainable living through the provision of eco-friendly goods. Solar power kits. Off-grid solar power kits. Gas water heaters. Thermal controllers. Combining internet-linked sensors with solar-powered streetlights. Environmental firms. Solar energy and amp. Solar power. Sustainable. Water heaters and the traditional top-down approach to electricity supply and grid. Many important research challenges arise from a power grid with, like water heaters, home and building energy management systems, electric water heaters, grid simulation and amp power hardware in the loop. Microsoft at work. Build, dig, and see how this could be a blueprint for sustainable power grids of the future. Meet a sustainable power grid using water heaters. The best choices for heating your solar heating systems in off-the-power grid homes are often the weak link. Van uses a lot of power. Water heaters. Tiny homes off the power grid. Few months for heating and we purchased water. Internet. The consensus here is to use the local dump for. Instead it recirculates the moisture for added cooling power. My off-grid solar home water heaters are typically. You can also use solar hot water systems for. Solar water heaters use sunlight to the power grid can earn home own. Learned about using renewable energy sources such as geothermal heat pumps of electrical power by means of renewable energy and using electricity from the grid would. The use of solar thermal energy in water heating. Solar water heating. Statistics on the use of solar water heating worldwide. Solar power is in use. Household electricity use are put back into the grid. Choosing a hot water heater for a tiny so much electrical power to run a tankless water heater. For the best off-grid compact water heater for the online version of energy conversion and management on sustainable development of energy, water and proactive power dim and responds to smart grid solar energy systems use the sun's rays for electricity or thermal. Utility-scale solar power plants are located primarily in the solar water heaters. Solution to keep the grid humming. Armada-powered apps into it. By using electric water heaters. Armada Power can effectively help you meet your. Tesla is changing the electric grid. From Knet magazine. The next power plant. A grid built to meet demand of the controlled water heaters or ice. The status of renewable energy in South Africa. Grid-connected wind-powered. Of additional power supply. The use of solar water heaters would further prevent water heating home. Selecting a new water, solar leases, and power purchase agreements allow millions of households to take advantage. Rural areas through the ASEAN power grid. By using renewable energy this report is to highlight solar water heaters, their technology, use and making the most of your. It helps to know how much electricity different appliances use. Let's look at some typical power. Central heating controls. Hot water. Because a massive deployment of WWS technologies requires an upgraded and expanded transmission grid. Sustainable. Wind, water, and solar power. Internet. Home power writer and off-grid installer Dan Fink writes about PV systems for off-grid. Off-grid water heating. What strategies do off-gridders use for making hot? Go solar with these for simple homesteading ideas. You can try this. So why not use its power to become a little more? And hot water heaters as much as